Howdy folks, and thank you all for being here. We have busy hotels, panhandling laws, and the closing of an iconic dairy bar. My name's Ike Morgan, and we are down in Alabama. Hurricane Ida and what's left of it have swept plenty of rainwater into Alabama over the past couple days, enough to fill up the wells and keep the armyworms happy and make flooding a continuing threat. Some rough weather swept through as well. One potential twister may have touched down in Saraland, Alabama yesterday, injuring 3 people and damaging several structures along Highway 43, including the Barnyard Buffet and the Plantation Motel. Now, evacuees from the hurricane zone also have filled up many Alabama hotels, reports AL.com's John Sharp. Add them to first responders and other emergency workers, utility crews, insurance adjusters, and more, and the I-10 corridor is not a place you can expect to find a hotel room. With the New Orleans mayor telling evacuees from there who got out to stay out as crews work some of the major damage around the city, those evacuees could be with us a bit. Kent Blackington is the general manager of Mobile's Renaissance Riverview Hotel. Quote, "I think everyone is sitting around and waiting to find out something and how quickly they can get home. We're extending as long as we can." A federal judge has issued a preliminary injunction to block some enforcement of Alabama panhandling laws while a case is pending, reports AL.com's Mike Kasich. Now, there are 2 laws in question. One prohibits loitering in a public place for the purpose of begging. Another prohibits standing on a highway or a road in order to solicit handouts. The Southern Poverty Law Center, the ACLU of Alabama, and the National Homelessness Law Center have sued the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department on behalf of 3 homeless men. U.S. District Judge Keith Watkins' injunction applies to those agencies, but if the case goes the same way, it might mean the laws are declared unconstitutional. The city of Montgomery also has been a defendant, but agreed to stop its enforcement of the laws until the case is settled. Watkins' order said of the plaintiffs, quote, "They have shown that they have been deprived of their First Amendment rights by the solicitation and begging statutes, which criminalize panhandling and arguably form unconstitutional restrictions on protected speech." A legendary dairy joint in Opelika, Alabama may have come to the end of its road, reports AL.com's Mary Colurso. Walk-up customers lined up this weekend outside Mrs. Story's Dairy Bar on Pepperell Parkway in case it was their last chance at a Mrs. Story's ice cream cone, sundae, shake, or chili dog. Mrs. Story's has been in business since 1952. Truman was still president in 1952. It was founded by Dan and Annie Story. Their great-granddaughter, Rhonda Booth, and her husband, Bob Booth, own the place, and their son, Blake, manages it. Rhonda told WRBL-TV that about half of her staff has COVID and that they're just not able to hire workers right now. Now, that's been an issue that's plagued the restaurant industry during the pandemic. She said they're hoping and praying that they might get some help and find a way to open back up. Now, in her reporting, Mary listed a few of the other places that have closed during the pandemic because of COVID issues, the economic restrictions we saw earlier last year, and labor shortages this year. The Downtown Pub in Tuscaloosa, Buttermilk Hill in Sylacauga. Y'all have your favorites, I'm sure. Soul's Sandwich Shop and Deli in Birmingham. Chris and them had a menu full of sandwiches, and there was not an average one on there anywhere. And I could go for a Mexicali right about now. Thank y'all for listening. We'll be back here again tomorrow. Until then, stop by and see us on the internet. We're at AL.com.